Welcome to Xamarin Form Tutorials. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to implement Stripe Payment Gateway inside our Xamarin Form project. So in our previous lecture, we already learned that how to implement Google Pay Payment Gateway and how to implement the Razorpay Payment Gateway inside our Xamarin Form application. In this lecture, we are going to learn how to implement the Stripe payment gateway inside our Xamarin Form project. So basically we need a dependency for implementing this Stripe payment gateway so that user can pay their amount using their debit card and the credit card. So to implement the Stripe payment gateway, we need to install the stripe.net dependency inside our Xamarin Form PCL project. So let's start. Okay, so here is my main page.xml, and inside this my main page we already created 4 entry for that. First one is card number, expired year, expired month, and the CVV. And inside this main page.xml.cs we are going to create a simple function, and the function name is pay via Stripe. To implement the Stripe payment, we need to install a dependency for that. So right click on the PCL project and select manage NuGet package, and here search for stripe.net. Okay, so install the stripe.net dependency to the PCL project, because we are going to implement this gateway inside this PCL project only, because it is not a platform specific project. So if we use this implementation inside our PCL project, it will works on every platform. Okay, so after installing the stripe.net dependency, we are going to write the few codes for payment. Okay, so it's successfully installed, and now we are going to the main page.xml, and first of all we need to follow few steps for payment via Stripe. Okay, so first of all we are going to store the card information. Okay, so here we are going to create some variable for that. String. So here we are going to store the card details inside the string variables. Okay, so now we need to follow few things. First of all, we have to create a credit card. So use the credit card option. Type option equals to new credit card options, and inside this Stripe option we have to pass the credit card and card details. So Stripe option dot number, and we have to pass the card number. Next, Stripe option dot expire year. Okay, so we already created a credit card. I'm going to comment out. Okay, so after creating the card details, assigning the card details to the credit card options, we have to do one thing. So we have to go to the step 2. So using this step 2, we have to assign card to token object. So to create a token object, we have to create a token create option Stripe card equals to new Stripe card token card option, token create options. Okay, so inside this Stripe token create options, and we have to assign the card here. So here is the card details, card options, Stripe options. Okay, and now we have to create a token service. Token service. So we are going to create a simple token service object, and inside this token service we have to create a token. So here we are using a token token equals to using this service. So service dot create, and using this service dot create we have to pass the token. Token create options. Okay, so we have to pass the token create options here. Okay, so after passing the token create options here, we have to do one thing. So this line will generate a new token here. So after getting this new token, we can use and we can initiate the payment. Okay, so the next step is step number 3. So inside this step number 3, we have to create an option equals to new source create options, and inside these source create options we have to pass few things here. We have to pass the type here. So here we are using source type dot card, because here we are using the card. Okay, now we have to pass the currency here. So here by default I am passing the currency as INR. We can use any of the currency. So after that we have to pass the token here. So we need, here is our new token. So after passing this new token, it will create a simple source create options. So token, we have to use the token dot ID because it will return our token ID. So after passing the token ID, we already created our options, source create options. So here assign the token to the source. Okay, now the step number 4. Inside this step number 4, we have to create a customer. So to create a customer, we have to use the customer create option. Customer create option. We use this customer create option equals to new customer create options, and using, so here we are using the currency INR. That means we have to, when we are going to create a customer, we have to pass few information. The first one is the customer name, and after that we have to pass the customer email, and then we have to pass the description here, and next the address. That's it. So to create a customer, we have to pass these following informations like the address, name, email, and descriptions. Okay, so for address we have to pass the address options. So here we are going to use a new address options, and inside these address options we have to pass few parameters, because without passing the address information we cannot create a customer, because due to Stripe policy we have to pass the customer address, because the Stripe will create the customer, unique customer, based on the address, not the email. Okay, so we have to pass few information to create the address for that. Okay, so here is the customer create options. So after creating the customer, it will return a customer ID. So inside this customer object we will get an customer ID. So after creating the customer ID, we can charge the customer, we can charge a amount to the customer. Okay, so now we need to do one thing. So we have to create a charge option. Charge option, and this is the step number 5. So variable charge option equals to new charge create options. Okay, so inside this charge create option we have to pass few parameters. The first parameter is amount, and we have to pass the amount as a long. Okay, that means if we want to send the amount like 10 rupees, then we have to pass the 1000. That means it will only take the long number. That means it will not accept the decimal character, so it automatically divide the last two character as a decimal. So if we want to transfer the amount of 10, then we have to pass here 1000. That means we have to add the another 2 digit in the last. Okay, so whatever amount we have to pass, we have to multiply it to the 100. Okay, so here I am passing simply 1000. That means the 10 rupees. And also we have to pass the currency here. So here I am using the INR currency. And next we have to use the receipt email, so we have to pass the email here. And the next we have to pass the customer. Okay, so customer, we have to create the customer, so we need to pass the customer ID for that. So here we already created a customer, and we already have our customer ID, so use customer.id. Okay, so we forget to create the customer here. So to create the customer, we have to create a customer service for that. So create a customer, so use the customer service equals to new customer service. And using this customer service dot create, and we have to pass the customer here, so that it will create. Using this customer service we can create the customer, and after that it will return an customer ID. So okay, so after that we have to pass the customer dot ID here inside our charge options. And after passing the customer ID, now we need to pass the source. Okay, so the source means that, so where we can get the source here. Here is the source create option. So we already assign the source create option, but we are not creating the source option. So also we have to use the option variable options variable source service equals to new source service. And using this source service, dot create, we have to create the source here. So we are going to pass these options here. And next we will return a source here. So we are passing the source ID, source.id. Okay, so that's it. So we already created a few things. The first thing is we are creating the card options, and after creating the card options we are passing the card to the token object. So after creating the token service object, we have to create the token new token, and inside this new token variable we will get the token. Okay, so after create a new source create options, and we have to pass the source type and the currency and the token here. So after passing the token, we have to create the source service, and inside this source service we are going to pass the source options. And after that, this process, this step number four is the create the customer. So after we have to pass few information about the customer like name, email, description, and the address. After that, using the customer service object, we are going to create a customer service, and we are passing the customer create option object here, and it will return a customer data here, and inside this customer data we will receive the customer ID. After that, we are going to create a charge option, and using this charge option we are passing the amount details and the currency details, and we have to pass the customer ID and the source ID. And this source already have the token, so when we already created this source, it already have the token for that. So after that, now we step number 6, and this step number 6 is charge the customer. Okay, so to charge the customer, we have to do one thing. We have to create a charge service for that. We have to create the charge service object here, and using this charge service, we are using a simple charge, and using this charge service dot create. A new keyword here. Okay, and using this charge service, we have to get a create options, and using this create option, we have to pass the charge options here. Okay, and this line will deduct the amount from the card. Okay, so this line is responsible for deduct the amount from the user credit card or debit card, and it will return an response. So using this response, we can understand this deduction is successfully or not succeeded. That means if the charge dot status equals to succeeded, that means it will successfully create the payment, otherwise failed. Okay, so now we have to do one thing. We already created our code, and we already implement our code for deducting the amount from the user. Now we have to do one thing. Okay, so so to create and to charge the customer, we need to create an Stripe account for that. So go to the stripe.com and create an account, and after successfully creating the account, you will see like this type of dashboard. Okay, and inside this dashboard, you will notice that there is an option like get your test API keys. So after clicking on the test API key, you already notice that there is a secret key, and this secret key and this publishable key is used for implementing our code, and using this key we can charge to the customer. So remember that we have to use the secret key, and this using this secret key we can charge to the customer, and this secret key, when we use this secret key, this account will be receivable for the amount transferred amount. Okay, so I'm going to copy this secret key, and this secret key I'm going to use this secret key inside our code. Okay, okay, so we already copied our Stripe secret key, and we have to use this secret key. So we need to use this API key to our Stripe configuration. So before creating the card option, we are using the Stripe configuration dot API key equals to, and we have to pass our secret key here. Okay, so here we are using the test secret key, and using this secret key we are going to start the customer, and make sure that this is for the testing purpose. When we need to publish it to the production, you have to create the production secret key for that. Okay, so now we are going to run this application. So before run this application, we have to do one thing. We have to pass the customer details, address details, because we are not taking the customer address here, because we are simply using this sample. So I'm going to use a sample address here, and we are passing the address information, and make sure that this address information is mandatory. If you do not pass this address information, Stripe will not charge to your customer, because Stripe cannot create the customer without address, because this is the mandatory fields, and this is the optionals. Okay, and this name and email is optional, but this description and the address is mandatory field. So we have to pass the data here. So I'm passing the hard coded address here, but when you implement this Stripe payment gateway to your application, make sure that you will dynamically assign this data here. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so now I'm going to create a simple button here. So after clicking on this button, we'll call this method here. Okay, that's it. Okay, now I'm going to run this application. So we are going to successfully run this application to our physical device, and you can notice there here is a screen. So here we are using the testing environment, so that is the reason we are using the testing card details. So for testing card details, Stripe uses a sample card as a 4242 4242 4242 and 4242, and the expire year is any of the future year. Here I'm using 22, and the expire month, any of the month you can give. I'm using here as 11, and CVV you can use any of the number because it is a testing mode. Okay, so here is a button. I forget to set the button text here. So after clicking on the button, it will hit the debug pointer, and we are going to debug it line by line. Okay, so first of all we are going to create a credit card option here, and we are assigning the first of all card number, expired year, expired month, and the CVV. Okay, so after that, after assigning the card details, we have to pass is Stripe card. So we are going to create a token create options, and we are passing here the card details, and using this token service we are going to create a token. So I'm setting debug pointer here and going to click on continue, and you can notice that it will create the token here. Okay, it's showing that you must verify a phone number on your Stripe account before you can send a raw credit card number. Okay, so we have to set a phone number to our Stripe account, otherwise we cannot proceed to the next step. Okay, so first of all we have to verify our card number here. Okay, so now again entering the card details here. Per year, expire month, and CVV. Okay, clicking on the button, hitting F5. Okay, it successfully created the new token here. Now again hitting F5, and after it will create the customer here. So it will successfully created the customer here, and I'm implementing the charge option here. After that, using the charge service, it will charge to the customer. So clicking on the continue, and it will successfully charge the customer. Now I'm going to see what is the actual status we are giving. So we are getting this charge dot status equals to succeeded. That means it successfully created charge to the customer, and here is the amount of 45000. And now going to the Stripe dashboard, and we can notice that after refreshing the page, okay, it successfully added the amount to here. Okay, so that's it. So the few process, implementing few process, we can charge to the customer, Stripe customers. Okay, so based on this status, if the status is succeeded, that means the charge is successfully, the amount is charged to the customer successfully. If you get the status as a failure, that means the Stripe cannot charge to the customer. And also we have to do one thing. So we have to implement a try catch block. If you get any exception, you will get a exception, and you can show a simple dialog to the customer, that is the payment is failed. Okay, so this is the simple process you can charge to the customer, and my recommendation is do not use the hard-coded API key here. You must get the API key using your API. So simply create a get API and get your API key from the server side. Do not enter your hard-coded text secret key here. Okay, so if you want to see your payments, you have to go to the payment section here to the Stripe account, and you can notice that the amount is 450. That means we already told you that we have to pass the amount including the decimal value. So here we are passing the 45000. That means 450 rupees. That means you can notice that this amount is successfully charged to the customer. And go to your home, and you can notice that it will show your gross amount as a dollar value. Okay, so that's it. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.